Hello, my name is Nani and welcome to my channel where I share with you my top tips on how to look good, feel good, and smell good from the inside out. In today's video, I am going to be doing a first impressions on a fragrance that you guys voted that you wanted to hear a first impressions on. And this is Sofia by Sofia Vergara. And this is what the box looks like. She looks absolutely stunning. And so I want to go ahead and share with you guys my thoughts on pretty much what this smells like. I'm not going to do a wear test just because of the time that I'm recording right now, but I will make sure to update you guys probably in the community tab. So if you guys have not yet subscribed to my channel, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe, because it does also give you access to the community tab, which helps you to kind of like vote on polls and see sneak peeks on like upcoming videos and things like that as well. So of course, if you guys like this type of content, if you like talking about smelling good, you love talking about, self-care and things like that, make sure that you go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. And of course, as I mentioned, subscribe to my channel for more. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Ow. Ooh, this ponytail tight, Jesus. Alrighty, so jumping right into it, I'm hoping that I'm in focus. My background is obviously different. You guys can see my stairs. I'm hoping that the stairs are not dusty right now, okay? Just pay attention to me, okay? Let's lock eyes. But anyways, I'm just trying to test out something else downstairs just to see how many other kind of like backgrounds I can create with my downstairs space. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. And then of course you guys get to meet my baby, well, one of my babies. This is Stella, and this is a Pathos. Hopefully you guys can see her. Yeah, I love her. I feel like there should be greenery behind me on this side as well. Hold on, okay? Hold on, just be patient. Alrighty, that's more like it. Hopefully you guys are not distracted by the plants. And I'm really hoping that I'm in focus, because y'all, if I have my glasses on all day and I take them off, can I see you? No, I cannot. So let's just, I'm hoping that I'm in focus, and I'm hoping that my lighting is not so bright that I look washed out, because I kind of feel like I am. But anywho, so jumping right into this video, again, I am going to be doing a first impressions on this Sofia's scent. I actually just went to CVS just to grab some vitamin C because we were running out, and I went to the fragrance section just because, but I went to the fragrance section and I basically saw this and I was like, okay, I feel like a lot of people recently have been telling me that it's good. So I was like, let me just pick it up and just see what you guys wanted to do. So let me just take this off. Okay, so this is again what the box looks like. This is, I guess, the front of the box, and this is the back of the box. She looks absolutely gorgeous. Now, in terms of this fragrance, I never had an experience with this scent, so there's no specific reason as to why I never had it in my collection, to be honest with you. I never really heard anything about it, but I feel like more recently a lot of people have been raving about this scent. So I'm really hoping that this is going to be a love for me as well. If it's not, I probably will just give it away to one of you guys. So let me know down below if you guys are hoping that I love this or if you're hoping that I give it away. So this is going to be pretty much what the package looks like. So it's just kind of like a plain white box inside. I like the bottles though. I do love the way that the bottles look. I don't know why, but I feel like every time I see somebody reviewing this, the liquid always looks different. Like even in the box, the liquid looks like it's a pink liquid, but in person, it's more of like a yellowish, greenish type of liquid. I don't know if you guys can see that, but let's go ahead and just pull up what it says on Fragrantica, just because I don't know what to expect, to be honest with you guys. I have not opened it. I have not tested it out. I wanted it to be an authentic first impressions. The biggest thing is, I don't know what it is, but every time I think of celebrity fragrances, for some reason, I automatically think of like, just like a basic generic type of smell sometimes. And then also I don't want something that's fruity. What I've realized about myself is that when it comes to fragrances, I don't really care for fruity scents. And for whatever reason, my mind just thought that it would be a fruity fragrance. But on Fragrantica, it says that this is considered an oriental floral. The main accords are fruity, woody, sweet, powdery, and floral. And in terms of the notes, I see that it has, at the top, it has blackberry, blackberry currant buds, as well as plum. It has rose in the middle. What else is this? It has rose, orchid, and violet in the middle notes. And then in the base, it has some woody notes, it has sandalwood, and it also has vanilla. So I'm hoping that because of the notes, it doesn't sound like it's going to be something that's extremely fruity. I'm just hoping that the fruitiness is more in the background, just because I don't really like fruity fragrances. For whatever reason, I've just found out about myself that I just really don't enjoy them. I just feel like they smell a little bit juvenile or like body splash on me, if that makes sense. So again, this is what the package looks like. I love the way that the package looks. I feel like it's definitely looks, okay, wait a minute. It definitely looks a little bit more like fancy, a little bit more kind of like thought out and expensive. So I do like the way that it looks. So, okay, I don't smell anything. So we're gonna go ahead and spray it in the air, and I'm gonna tell you guys the notes that are most prominent, and I'm also going to spray it on my hand and also let you guys know what's prominent. So let's, okay. So it's definitely fruity, but I can tolerate this type of sweetness just because it's more of like a, I smell like the dark blackberries, the currant, I smell the plum, so it's a little bit of a deeper, richer type of fruity note. But again, like I mentioned, I don't really like scents that stay fruity. I just feel like it's a little bit hard to wear. So I'm just gonna spray it on my hand. Well, I just sprayed it on my hand. And I'm just gonna try to see how that dries down on my skin. But in the opening, you definitely get pretty much the fruits that are listed here. You get the plum, you get the currant, and you also get the blackberry. So it's very kind of like juicy, but it's like a dark fruit. Of course, they're like dark berries pretty much. So it's a little bit of like a darkness to the scent. It smells very sweet. It's a sweet scent for sure. And now that it's sprayed on my skin, I do kind of get the violet. I do and am starting to get more of like the rose, like the floral notes are definitely starting to kind of like make an appearance on my hand. This is good, okay? Like so far so good, because I really was scared that it was gonna stay pretty much fruity, but I'm starting to get more of like the floral notes. So the orchid, the violet, as well as the rose is definitely coming through. The rose doesn't smell overly mature, but I definitely feel like the rose and the floral notes in general are definitely giving it a little bit more of a sophistication to the scent. So it doesn't smell juvenile in any way. It's starting to smell a little bit more sensual. It's starting to smell a little bit more like, I don't know, more like appropriate for different occasions. So far, I feel like this is definitely one of those scents that could possibly be a signature scent for someone. Now that it's starting to dry down on my skin, I do feel like it's not like a spring and summer scent, although I do feel like it would definitely thrive, especially during this season. But I do also feel like this could be an everyday scent for someone, a signature scent for someone, just because it's starting to transform and develop in a beautiful way. It's starting to smell sweet, but not overly sweet. I feel like the rose and the floral in general is basically softening up the sweetness from the juicy fruits in the opening. But I do also feel like I don't get enough of the sandalwood or the woody notes. Like I smell it in the background, but it's not a heavy woody note. So if you're someone that wants something that's a perfect balance between like a fruity floral and you don't want something that's overly musky or overly woody, I feel like you would definitely enjoy this. Just because I smell the woods in the background, the woods is definitely kind of like anchoring the scent itself. I feel like it's making it a little bit more like sophisticated, a little bit more, I don't know, elegant, if that makes sense. But it's not an overly woody scent. So I don't really get like a heavy sandalwood. I don't really get a heavy like woody note. I feel like the woodiness that I get is making it a little bit more softer, a little bit more smooth, a little bit creamy, if that makes sense. And I feel like that's what's adding a little bit more of an elegance to the scent, a little bit more of a sophistication to the scent, and also a scent that I feel like can, like I mentioned, work as a signature fragrance for someone, and something that could definitely be worn year-round. I honestly feel like this is also a scent that you can transition from daytime to nighttime, which is amazing, especially for a celebrity fragrance. This was not expensive at all. I think this is the 3.4 fluid ounce. Yeah, so this is the 3.4 fluid ounce bottle, and I went to CVS like I mentioned, but usually and I'll actually do a video on that as well. But usually I have cashback rewards from CVS, so a lot of times I just let them kind of like stack up, and if I do decide to purchase a fragrance, I'll just basically apply it towards the scent. I think the full price for this at CVS, it was a little bit more expensive than you would get from like TJ Maxx or Marshalls, but we're quarantined, people. But I think it was like $40. That's what the price was listed for, but I think I had enough rewards that brought it down to like 20 something for this full bottle. So I feel like for the price, for the way that it's smelling, the way that it's developing on my skin, I do agree with you guys. I definitely agree with you guys. It's interesting because I feel like the sandalwood now is starting to make me feel like, I don't know, I feel like the mix between the woody notes and the sandalwood and the fruits, because the fruits are still present, but it's just a little bit softer. It's not as pungent or in your face, but I feel like it's giving me a little bit of like an oak moss type of vibe, like a little bit of an earthiness to the scent. Not extremely herbaceous in any way, but I feel like it's giving me an oak moss type of vibe. And I absolutely love oak moss and fragrances, so I do. Okay, all right, for those of you who were wishing that I hated it so that I would do a giveaway for it, I do apologize, but I will be keeping her because she is actually really good. Obviously, I don't know what the longevity of this scent would be yet, but I feel like the way that it's smelling and the way that it's developing on my skin, it does smell like something that will probably project and also last for a decent amount of time. I feel like my hopes or my expectation is probably gonna give me 7-8 hours. If you guys have this scent, let me know how long it lasts on your skin. But I'm actually really surprised by this scent. Honestly, I feel like this is completely different from the Love fragrance by Sofia Vergara. I don't necessarily like that scent as much. I know a lot of people compare the Love fragrance by Sofia Vergara to YSL Black Opium, which I feel like it smells good, but I didn't really care too much for it. I don't know if they smell the same, to be honest with you. So definitely let me know what you guys think about that. But I don't really necessarily like that one. I feel like that one is a little bit too sweet for me, and I just feel like it's just not interesting enough for what I like, if that makes sense. Let me know if you guys have both of them. Let me know if you guys want me to do a comparison video between the two of them. If not, let me know which one you guys actually prefer. If you guys prefer the Love or if you guys prefer Sofia by Sofia Vergara, let me know down below. But again, on initial spray, as I mentioned, you definitely get more of the fruity notes, which are going to be the blackberry, the plum, as well as the currant. So it's kind of like a dark, juicy fruitiness, but I do see that basically as soon as you spray it on your skin, it does start to develop to where you start getting more of the floral notes. If you're not someone that loves like floral notes or floral fragrances, you don't have to worry, because the floral just basically kind of like just helps to soften up the fruit a little bit, and I feel like it just helps to transition it into the base. The floral is not like a heavy, mature type of floral. I feel like it just gives it a little bit more of an elegance to the scent. It just gives it a little bit more of a sophistication. It smells like it's something that could work for pretty much any age. I feel like from maybe like 20 and up, you will probably really enjoy this scent. And I do like the way that it's sitting on my skin right now. And as I mentioned, when it gets into the base, you get the sandalwood and the woody notes, but I do get a little bit of an oak moss type of vibe. So it's giving me a little bit of an earthy, natural type of, I don't know, notes, natural type of smell, and I absolutely love those fragrances. So I feel like this will probably become another signature scent for me, definitely year round. So those are going to be pretty much my first impressions of this fragrance. I will definitely make sure to keep you guys updated as far as how it lasts on my skin and how I fully feel about it. As I mentioned, I do have Love by Sofia Vergara as well. So if you guys want me to do a comparison video, give this video a thumbs up and also leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about these fragrances as well. And of course, if you guys enjoy first impressions videos and you love review videos on fragrances, definitely let me know what other fragrance that you guys would want to hear my 2 cents on, what other fragrance you guys want me to do a full review on as well. So thank you guys again so much for tuning in. As I mentioned, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, make sure that you go ahead and click that subscribe button, and of course make sure that you guys turn on your post notifications so that you guys are up to date every time I upload a new video. I am thinking of possibly doing random giveaways on my channel and just steering away from kind of like the traditional giveaways, just because I feel like sometimes there may be people that try to participate in the giveaway but not honest subscribers, I guess you can say. So I am going to start doing random giveaways, just picking out randomly, just based on the engagement. So just make sure that you guys are engaged, make sure that you guys turn on your notifications so that you guys are always the first to know about what I'm doing, pretty much. So thank you guys again so much for tuning in. I hope you guys are staying safe out there. Make sure you wash your hands, drink your vitamin C, drink your water, eat your vegetables, okay, and get a lot of rest. Hopefully this was a little bit entertaining for you guys, just to get your mind off of, you know, just the craziness that's happening right now. But thank you guys again so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have an awesome day. God willing, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.